Good. Thank you.
Mole, one.
Thank you very much, Chair. And I just want the nominee, and be aware, we are just following social media with my colleague here. Probably you are the most watched nominee right now in Kenya. The truth be told, you have not come out clearly to tell the hustlers what is hustler fund. Can you detail in layman's language hustler fund, what it entails, what it will take, who it will target, and how they will achieve the target? In layman's language of Mama Mboga, Boda Boda, and the real hustler on the ground.
Thank you.
Tuache story mingi na kizungu mingi.
Thank you. Emase.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to speak to the issue of gender mainstreaming in SMEs. I put it to the nominee that the women who are majority in the trading industry, youth, persons with disability, are still being discriminated when it comes to trade. Even after serious interventions, amendments to the procurement law that was done by Honorable Sakaja, compelling government entities to ensure that they set aside 30% of the tenders to go to the women, these special categories. There is still laxity, law enforcement. And finally, I think we need to confront the real problem when it comes to cooperatives. This is a noble idea. The concept has been embraced very well in certain areas of this country. But there are areas like where I come from, when you speak about cooperatives, when you give youths an option of doing business or being employed, kijana atakuambia mama wewe nitafutie tu mahali hata kama nikufagia kule kwa ofisi yako. So there are serious gaps in the SME sector that must be addressed. And one of them being the lack of that entrepreneurial zeal, capacity, and the know-how. And also there's very low level research and development in the SME sector, or inefficient use of it. And that is why I would support the idea that the proposal by the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, that we have an establishment of a development center. See, that's how it was being referred to, in every ward, so that there is this capacity building for us to be able to actually impact and to enlighten our people, so that they can be able to embrace this idea of cooperatives and the SMEs as an option. Thank you.
Sharia.
Asante Chair. Bwana nominee, mine is on the Hustlers Fund. And I'm sure you're aware, you said it will be attracting interest. And you're aware this locks out the Kenyans practicing the Islamic faith. Have you any plans to consider these Kenyans? Ama munasema?
Thank you, Chair. You can say it again. Chair, where I come from, in the times of war, when you strike and hit a place, you don't kill everybody. You let one survive. But when that one who survived comes, you don't show it to the public, you hide. So I'm hiding here, Chair. I would request the member not to ask the question because I'm still hiding. But notwithstanding that response, Chair, I would like to start by answering the Honorable Naisula Lesuda. Chair, the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSME is a very important ministry, and I clearly understand the enormity of the task ahead. Chair, we have 15 million Kenyans in this sector, toiling and working for this country. This 15 million, as I said, is 50% of the adult population of Kenya. So the importance I really truly appreciate, and I acknowledge the member has also recognized that. During COVID, almost the entire SME sector collapsed because they work for a day. And when the health measures, mitigation measures were instituted in this country, they suffered a lot. Chair, this is a response. The Hustler Fund is a response to the challenges that we went through 2 years ago to restore back the small and micro, small and medium enterprises and re-establish their businesses. The MSME has been recognized in all the policy documents. The Economic Recovery Strategy Program, ERS, the Structural Adjustment Program, which was there in the 90s, and also the Vision 2030, and finally the plan by the Kenya Kwanza administration. The importance has been underlined in all other studies, economic studies, and it is our desire that MSMEs can be brought back. And their intervention ranges from as small as 3,000 to 20,000. I asked one circle when I was preparing for this interview, Chair, how much they're spending on hustlers. One circle, which is running a portfolio, to be specific, Boresha Circle, which has branches, 25 branches in Baringo, one in Nakuru, one in Eldoret, one in Laikipia. Their loan book is 9 billion. 70% of that is SMEs, with borrowings not exceeding 20,000. And they turn around this 20,000 on a daily basis and create and make a living out of it. It is my desire and wish that with this intervention, we'll be able to re-establish back businesses of small and micro enterprises in this country. And we'll be able to create jobs, decent jobs, and graduate them from micro to small to medium size, and eventually offload them to the market, and they can go to financial institutions. On the issue on the housing or the placement of MSME in various ministries, trade, agriculture, and MSME ministry, I think, Chair, for the first time, the micro, small and medium have been placed in one house to coordinate and to design, to come up with policy programs and link up with others, but will be housed in one place. It's the first time we are upgrading this to a full ministerial position. It's the highest recognition it has ever had in our country. So I believe with this recognition, we will have a full department with a principal secretary and accounting officer who will focus, we will focus under my leadership on bringing up the small and micro. On the issue of markets, I had raised by Honorable Kikaria, the intervention of the Hustler Fund will lead to production. We'll have farmers in KIZUNGU looking for one additional cow. We'll have fishermen in the lake buying new boats and harvesting more fish. They will need coolers. They will need markets for this produce. And it is our intention as a ministry, after all is said and done, we'll then need to focus, working together with the Ministry of Trade, to look for markets, both local and external, because that will be the immediate challenge we will be facing after production has been addressed. There will be oversupply of milk, there will be oversupply of horticultural produce, fish, and all these perishable commodities. And with that, we'll then need to come up with cold chain,